everyone, it's your girl Jenitsu here. Welcome to another video. First off, I wanted to wish you a happy new year and I hope it will be a much better one than 2020. I figured it would be a good time to show you a big compilation of everything I've drawn in 2020 and more. Disclaimer, some of these are not from this year because I only just started drawing regularly, so I wouldn't have as much art to show you if I didn't go back a tad further. Also, there's a lot of ugly crap in here, so bear with me. Without further ado, let's get started. First, we'll start with my dump sketchbook and get it out of the way. This is where I spew all of my crap drawings and thumbnails and anatomy studies in. It's not pretty. This is an unfinished drawing of a JoJo's dream I had. Why yes, I do dream in anime. Thanks for asking. I'm not a nerd at all. Next is some monsters. And here's my very first attempt at a watercolor. I wanted to make the dock out of glass. It used to be shiny. And there's a waifu from my friend Chris. That's a League of Legends character, I think. And here I wanted to draw kawaii Dark Souls characters, so this is Puppy Sif. That's as far as I got. Next I was designing my wedding cake and arguing about the logistics of the Attack on Titan walls with my husband, and our budget at the same time. I won't even try to explain this one. Another dream involving Armin and Yoshi's Island. It's a gentleman's game. I'll explain someday. That's Bubbles eating my friend Jarrett. Here I tried designing some acrylic charms for Demon Slayer, and Zenitsu as french fries. I drew them all with dogs. Inosuke was going to be riding on a tiny dachshund like a horse, but I never finished it. Next I decided to do some anatomy practice since I suck at it. Here's a few more expressions. That top one is terrifying. That's Zenitsu and Tanjiro and Kurapika on the right. Here I started sketching super lightly just to jot down ideas. And this is when I started my new job. I think my emotions are conveyed quite clearly. That happened when I was supposed to have another full week of training and they decided to turn me loose and run the pharmacy before I knew what I was doing. Bunny in rain boots and a hat. You might know who this is. Those of us who know just won't say anything. Next page I started reading Vinland Saga. This is a thumbnail for a much larger piece I planned out. Thorfinn is fun to draw. And on the next page is Kid Thorfinn and Gudrid. I like that one. Here I was still drawing at 3 AM to see how long I could go, so I did some crappy sketches of Bolt. The other page I tried cross-hatching for the first time. The horse was turning out okay, but the rider's leg got so messed up that I just quit the drawing entirely out of rage. More female anatomy practice. Ah, that's Sheila the she-wolf from Glow. Next to some cars. Then some notes from Proco.com where I was studying form. And here's where I started my YouTube channel. And I was thumbnailing ideas for Halloween sketches and my December bullet journal spreads. These are very messy. Next up is my marker drawings. I only had loose leaf Canson paper, so I don't have these separated by when I drew them, but you will see the improvement over the last year or so. It starts out with Deku with muffins. I was actually proud of this one when I made it, because it was my very first drawing with the art markers, and the hair blending was awesome to me. I kind of really hate it now. The proportions are terrible. Next I drew a tiger and my friend Trey's dog in a hammock. This is when I noticed that my color palette in the set that I got was too limited. I tried blending out this cat and then I hated it, so I didn't bother to finish the background. With Dany and Puppy Jorah from Game of Thrones, you can see I had a much larger color palette by then from eBay. Still not sure why I didn't outline them. I wanted to try manga paneling here, so I drew this right when Toga's power was revealed in the manga. Not great, I know. Here I started to get better with my blending and color use. This is C2 having a plushie swap with Midoriya on the bust for some reason. I thought it'd be cute. And this is a cover for a doujin that I storyboarded but never got around to completing. Oh, Amajiki. I'll talk about my Amajiki phase in another video, but I was obsessed enough that I made an Ask blog where I drew answers to questions people sent me on Tamaki's behalf. These are just panels I made so my friend could make buttons for a convention. And these are for a little series I wrote where the My Hero Academia characters are all pets that live in a little cat cafe called Destination Fluffery. The phase that followed Amajiki, killing stalking. The two drawings of Sang-woo actually won Kugi's official art contest for Bum's Imaginary Note. I can prove it too, I have the magnets she sent me. She picked my second entry, naturally. She liked that one better, I guess. Here I was watching season 4 of JoJo's and Koichi's hair reminded me of Polnareff's. This was just a funny half prediction, half parody drawing of Annie waking up in her crystal, and is now my banner for some reason. I'm just fond of it. And Zenitsu giving Chuntaro a haori to match his. I'm proud of this one. Then here's where my videos start. Next, I made these little sketchbooks for Christmas. So here's the mini Arteza sketchbook that I started on November 6th of this year, so there's not a ton in it, so sorry about that. There's my Celeste spread that I made for a video. I tried some landscapes, but the colors bled a lot, so I used that to my advantage and made some galaxies. Then there's a corgi that I turned into a fat fox. That's my logo that I'm gonna complete later. Tatsumaki! I've been playing the One Punch Man app, and that's my thumbnail ideas for my little gingerbread sketchbooks. So that's all for that one. Next up is my anime bullet journal. If you want to see the full setup for this, I'll leave the link right here. I should also mention that this video is missing the bullet journal I set up for my friend Karina because I already gave it to her, but you can check that out right here. And that's it for that part, but here's a little preview of the cute My Hero Academia theme I have for my January bullet journal. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing both my shameful sketches and the fruits of my labor. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you next week. Bye!